And a good afternoon to you from Champion Christian College. Today on YouTube, Tigers basketball as your 5-3 Champion Tigers take on 8-5 and the top team in Division II, the Randall University Saints. Hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. To meet the starting lineups, first for Randall at 8-5, 2-2 on the road, 4-0 in Southwest Region play. Head coach Mark Barakoff starting number 2, Brent Clark. Number 3 is Boog Lewis. Number 14, Quinn Ryan. Number 22, Jordan Marshall, and number 42, Malik Martin. Starting today for Champion at 5-3, 4-0 here at home, and 2-2 in Southwest Region play is for head coach Mo Capacey. Number 1, Xavier Leggington. Number 3, Jamali Norwood. Number 13 is A.J. Williams. Number 14, Braylon Hawkins, and number 22, Christian Chambers. Champion coming off that 87-80 win against Arlington this week. Tigers shot 55%, 41% from behind the arc. Tigers +5 in second chance points, +12 points in the paint as they defeat Arlington to move to 2-2 in Southwest Region play. Meanwhile, Randall coming off a 107-88 win against Dallas on Tuesday. They outshot the Crusaders 51% to 42%, +7 points off turnovers. Jordan Marshall 30-12 in that game. Brent Clark had 22, 4 assists, and 5 steals. 8-game win streak for Randall, and pace will determine the outcome of today's game. Champion wants to slow it down. Randall, they want to speed it up. These two teams meeting for the second time this season. The Saints last year won 2 out of 3 as Chambers gets the offensive rebound but can't get it to go. Still tapped out to Braylon Hawkins. So last year, Saints won 2 out of 3, including, that's going to be a travel and a turnover, a game in the Southwest Region semifinals. This year, the Saints won the first meeting 81-72 on the 22nd of January and more. Both teams shot 45%. The Saints had 3 times as many bench points. It was 24-8 points off the bench. Braylon Hawkins, 29 points for Champion. Jordan Marshall had 21 and 11 for Randall. And again, Randall will like to push the tempo. They are second in Division II at 87.3 points per ball game. Meanwhile, Champion going to try their best to slow things down. Leggington driving in at 13 against Dallas. Hawkins 26 and 11 against the Saints, and Lewis comes up with the steal for the Saints. Saints fans, give me a second to settle into this one. A little difficult to see the jerseys for the women's side, and the men's are similar, although the numbers are bigger, as Malik Monk is fouled. So Lewis to inbound it. Monk looking to go back to him. It's deflected out. Last touch by the Tigers. So neither team on the board here in the first 90 seconds. Lewis again will inbound it. This time it comes to Marshall. The face-up is short. So good defense at the start for Champion. Leggington with the rebound. Came into the week averaging 5.5 per game. Crossover, Leggington drives in, scoops it out. 3 ball is an air ball from Norwood on the far side. So both teams settling in, trying to find some offense, and Randall Marshall can't get on the board, got the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Quinn Ryan, swings it over, but before that, another turnover. If you're just joining us, the Champion women winning by 28 points over the Saints. Lady Tigers are now 10-2 on the season, 5-0 at home. Champion, the men's side, trying to stay unbeaten at home as well. They're 4-0. Leggington, top of the key. Here's Williams. And away from the ball, we have some kind of a deal. I'm not sure what that was. Might have been an inadvertent whistle. Either way, Champion, they inbound it. Leggington out near midcourt with it. Gets around one defender. Drives, attacks, and scores. So First points of the ball game at the 17:40 mark belong to Champion. Into the forecourt, it's Lewis. And it's stripped. 3-on-1. Leggington had his pocket picked by Lewis, but Lewis was out of bounds. So it'll stay with Champion. 17:23 to go. And Norwood the inbound. Here's Hawkins. Double-double in his last game, 26 and 11. Backs it out, Norwood. Norwood looking to drive on Lewis. Forced it up. No, but it's tipped up from behind by Chambers over Marshall. Look out for Jordan Marshall offensively and defensively. 3 double-doubles on his season. He shot over 60% in 5 of his last 7 games. Catch and shoot here from Marshall. Can't get it to go. He's 0 for 2. So the more off he is, the better sign it is if you're a Tigers fan. Into the forecourt, AJ on the near side. Williams driving on Clark, instead out Norwood. The runner in the lane, can't get the bounce. Rebound controlled by Lewis. It's ripped away by Hawkins, who scores. So fast start for Champion. This is exactly what happened on the women's side. Tigers leading at 6-0. Driving Clark, can't get it to go. Marshall is there with the putback in. Randall gets on the board. Saints 8-5. Number 1 team in Division II, longest winning streak in Division II, 8 games. They're averaging 95.6 points per ball game and allowing just 73.3 during this win streak. Catch and shoot, AJ, way off on the 3. Marshall the rebound. That jumper off the mark by Martin, and then it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Randall as Clark, I believe, trying for the offensive rebound. So Randall right now not fluid offensively, turning the ball over way too much in the early going here. And as I mentioned, during this 8-game win streak, just a shade under 96 points per ball game. Right now, just 2 on the board. And that's the way the Tigers want to play it, although Champion turns it over on their end of the court. This is a deep team. Lewis has gone to the bench. And I believe that's Jamal Clark into the game. Boo Clark, top of the key. Driving. Got it to go. Forced it. But makes a tough bucket. 6-4. Williams on the wing. Takes it to the half circle, looking for Hawkins. Good defense there by the Saints, anticipating. That's Jeremiah Coleman. Coleman spinning, shooting, and airballing it. Tried to follow his shot, but it comes out. And goes out of bounds. Oh, wait a minute. Are they giving that back to Randall? They say Champion touched it. Wow. Inbound goes to Ryan. Swings it out. Here's Marshall for 3 off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Leggington. Cold start for Randall. 14:29 to play in the opening half. Leggington steps into a 3 way off. Cold start for both teams. And now that's deflected out. Last touch by the Saints. Champion Tigers second defensively, allowing teams just 70.3 points per ball game. Got to try to find something on the offensive end, leading at 6-4 here. Norwood out near midcourt. Shot clock at 7. Norwood again forcing. Ball tipped out of bounds, and again it's going off Martin. So Malik Martin touched it last for Randall. And another 20 here for Champion. Both of these teams, yeah, Randall's a high-scoring team, and Champion doesn't necessarily want to play the up-and-down game that Randall likes to play, but at the same time, these two teams are so good defensively. Sometimes you got to take the offensive statistics on a per-game basis that I'm giving you with a grain of salt in a game like this. Yeah, that's a reach on Marshall. And Marshall's going to go to the bench. Kyle Malone comes into the game. Keyshawn Scott coming in for Christian Chambers. Norwood will set up the offense now. Champion third crack at it, A.J. Williams from way downtown, and the shot's not falling for either team right now, but another mistake for Randall as they step out of bounds on the rebound. That was Kyle Malone, I believe, running out of real estate there. So fourth crack at it now as Ezekiel Capacey comes in for the Tigers. Catches it in the corner. A defensive battle in the early going. Hawkins had it poked away. Gets it out to Williams. Fakes the 3. Defense comes. Crosses it over. Takes it to the baseline. No contact, they say. Good defense by the Saints. Randall looking to get out and run. And a slip. And they call a tripping foul on Champion. .33 left to go here in this opening half. And I believe Coleman will inbound it, but they're going to clean up that wet spot first. That caused that slip. Quick trigger on the 3 by Lewis. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Ryan. Swings it out. That 3 is off the mark. Neither team can buy one right now. Still Tigers with the lead at 6-4. They led it 6-0 in the early stages. As you can see, both defenses are locked in, picking and poking and popping. That 3 ball up and good by Norwood. And I believe there was a foul. It was a foul by A.J. Williams, but after the shot. So the bucket is good. 13:01 to go. A.J. Williams called for the offensive foul, but after the shot release. Inside 13 to go. Bucket by Martin goes. So both teams back-to-back shots after falling cold for each side. Capacey for 3 off the front iron. Offensive rebound Hawkins, and he's fouled on the floor. Second of 4 straight at home for Champion. They end the regular season with 2 on the road. We have Talladega, top 20 NAIA program, coming Thursday at 5:30. On the 16th, they will take on Southwestern Adventist back in region play. So Thursday could be tricky for Champion. Remember, they played some D1s pretty tough, though. It'll be interesting to see. 5-second violation there. Speaking of turnovers, the Tigers and Saints racking them up here. Marcus Blakely into the game. Quinn Ryan's going to come out of the game for Randall. We'll tell you about his sub here in just a moment. So nearing 12 and a half to play in this opening half. Defensive battle so far here today. Martin thought he was going to draw a foul. Almost got it to go. Offensive rebound by the Saints. And then we have an offensive foul away from the ball. So Champion, well, the officials getting together to talk about it. It's been a good defensive start for both teams, but there has been no flow. Okay, now apparently that was a foul on Champion, and Randall will keep it here. Martin with the hand in his face. Missed it short. Rebound controlled by Scott. So here come the Tigers leading by 3. Williams up top. Williams goes around the defender, hangs, missed it short, tip for the rebound, chasing it down. Clark in the corner. Here's Martin now. Flies into the forecourt. Open look, Clark. Defender comes to help. That was Blakely getting back. Now the 3 on the right side, way off. And the offense right now is hard to come by. Blakely, Scott over to Capacey. Blakely top of the key, step back 3. And shots are just way off right now. Both sides. Williams drives in. Here's Norwood. Champion is crashing the glass though. Williams for 3, yes! Back-to-back 3-pointers for Champion. Martin running the point now. Into the forecourt. Martin drives baseline to the bucket. Yes, and the foul. Malik Martin averaging 9 a game. 78% free throw shooter goes to the line to try to complete an old school 3-point play. 11:03 left to go here in this first half. Martin Jr. from Dallas, Texas. Tazion Glover into the game, scoring his first collegiate points in the victory over Arlington earlier this week. 3-point play completes, and it's a 3-point game at 12-9. Jaylene Arnett checking into the game for Mark Barakoff's team. Randall team national champions in 2016 and 17. They won in the pre-Barakoff era in 2099 as well. Inside 11 to go. Champion leading by 3. Tight defensive struggle here this afternoon. Blakely, the defender, Clark sold it, but correct call, offensive foul. Coleman now will bring it across midcourt for the Saints. Near side, it's Malone. Back to Coleman. Hands it off to Clark. Right side baseline jumper is no good. Offensive rebound is stripped away by Capacey. And then Capacey almost lost it, but it was out of bounds off Randall. Kyle Malone throwing a fit. Got to be careful. So it'll be Glover to inbound it. He'll bring it up into the forecourt. Capacey had it stripped away. Good defense there by the Saints. Both teams playing well defensively. The putback, yes, by Clark. So it's a 1-point game now. Champions led by as many as 6. Randall has not led in this game. Scott to Glover. Capacey up top. Past the midway point in the opening half. 9:43 to be exact. A.J. Williams, the crossover. It's been hard for him to find anything. Look at this defense. Throws it up, an air ball with the shot clock winding down. Terrific defense by the Saints. Boy, these teams are playing real hard this afternoon, aren't they? Step back three, no good, but Clark draws contact. A defense by Jaylene Arnett on A.J. Williams, stifling on that last possession. Champion trying to answer back with a defensive sequence of their own. Instead, Clark at the line. Good on that first one. Brent Clark, 66% free throw shooter now. Chance to give Randall their first lead of the afternoon. Boy, who would have thought when we started today that we'd be on pace for a game in the 40s? That's where we are right now. Maybe we'll get into the 50s. I think the offense will pick up a little bit, but credit both defenses. You can see swarming around the ball, both sides. All three good, so Randall takes its first lead of the day at 14-12. 9:20 left to go. Looks like we have a timeout on the court. Keep it here for a minute. Now, let me preface this by saying that Champion is the college that writes my checks, and I know that, okay? So we're all clear there with the understanding, but I just got to say for a couple minutes that I've always been just such a big fan of Mark Barakoff, the head coach at Randall, and the athletic director there who called that timeout, just a 30-second timeout. One of those guys who cares about his kids. He's won a lot, but you know, you always look for those coaches who care about their people. And Mark Barakoff, long story short, we were in Greenville at the national tournament a couple of years ago, and the day before the national tournament starts, I get a phone call from home. And Dad's in the hospital, and things are not looking good. We didn't know at the time. He had stage 4 cancer, but we kind of assumed it was something not so great. Hard-earned bucket there, Keyshawn Scott tying us at 14. So I told one person who needed to know that information in case something happened and I needed to leave the tournament so they could find another broadcaster. Well, I told that one person, but the biddies in Greenville started talking, I guess. So anyways, after the game, I'm walking behind the Randall team, and Coach Barakoff sees me and just eyes light up. Chris, how you doing? How's Dad? Is everything all right? What do you need? Do you need anything? And that tells you all you need to know about Mark Barakoff right there, folks, because that's a guy who just finished a game competing for a national championship, who wanted to take a moment out of his day where he's got all kinds of, you wouldn't believe what these coaches at small colleges have to do after these games are over. Game's not over just because the clock hit 0, and you're competing for a national championship, so I've always known that that's the kind of guy Mark Barakoff is, but it really hit home, and it was just nice, even though I didn't really want a lot of people to know what was going on so I could just focus on the game. It was nice to have a support system, and good ball movement there for the Tigers. Leggington, the recipient. Champion goes back up by 1 at 16-15. I got a silly story about Mark, too, I'm going to tell. We'll save that one for when the game's really tight. Jordan Arnett crosses over. Ball in the corner now. Arnett gets it back, fakes the 3, steps left. Backing it out, the newly inserted Zach LeBlanc. And he is long on his 3. This is a deep Randall team, 14-15 deep. So LeBlanc missing. Capacey for 3. Oh, I thought that was going down. Instead, it's an Arnett rebound. And here comes Randall. Arnett, bounce pass over to Malone, I believe, and it was tipped up underneath, but it goes out of bounds. A.J. Williams is going to come back into the game after getting a short break for Mo Capacey. Glover into the forecourt, 7:19 remaining in the half. 16-15, that is the correct score. It has been low-scoring defensive struggle. Leggington, Chambers. Chambers is fouled, and he'll go to the line. And this really benefits Champion, like we were talking about. This is a Randall team that likes to get out and run, forces a lot of shots up during this 8-game winning streak, averaging over 95 points per ball game. So if you're a Champion fan, you like this 16-15. This is right where you want to be. Money on the first free throw there for Chambers. James Thomas is going to come in as we try to keep up with the circle of subs for Mark Barakoff. And looks like Chris Howard going to the bench. So 1 out of 2 at the line. Offensive rebound. And the 3 is good by AJ. Williams connects. And it's a 5-point lead for Champion at 20-15. Inside 7 to play in the first half. Champions led by as many as 6. That was Lewis, I believe, going to, no, correction. That was Clark for 2 for Randall. It's hard to see those jerseys, Saints fans, so I apologize if I goof on a name. Actually, that was Chris Howard. I was wrong on both tries. A.J. Williams with 5 quick ones for Champion to keep his team up by 5. 22-17. I thought Arnett went to the bench. He's back out there shooting a 3 with the hand in his face. Good contest there by Glover. Rebound poked away, though. Champion stays with it. Leggington looking to push. Throws it out to the corner. Capacey takes the mid-range. Too strong. Tip for the rebound. It's out of bounds. And last touch by the Saints. Malik Martin coming in. Jamal Clark also returns for Champion. And this time Arnett does go to the bench, as does Coleman. Xavier Leggington. AJ drives, scored the last 5 for Champion, and now he's fouled. So Williams goes to the line. 80% free throw shooter. AJ, 5th in Division II in scoring. Hawkins is 3rd. Mentioned it last game, Hawkins and Williams over half of the points per game for Champion. And when you add Leggington at around 11 points per ball game, that's 68% of all the team scoring from those 3 players. Both free throws are good, and Champion with its biggest lead now at 24-17. Tigers looking good offensively. Here's Martin. Martin thought about the 3. That ball deflected. Another steal for the Tigers. 2-on-1, and taking it himself is Williams. So the Tigers, 26-17. What a defensive show Champion's putting on here. Martin drawing the foul. Got the circus shot to go. Malik Martin. Chance for a 3-point play. Let's run that one back real quick before this free throw. That was a crazy attempt by Martin, who got to gather himself. Nice find on the pass, and then whoopsie-daisy, got it to go. Chance for a 3-point play now for Martin. And it's good. That's a big 3 points for Randall as Champion was starting to push the lead out. Now it's back down to 6 here. Williams, heat check. Missed it short that time. Rebound controlled by Clark. Cut off and threw it away. Leggington again with the steal. Leggington tried to push it. Norwood's open. 4-3. Yes! 29-20. Timeout. Saints. Nearing 4.5 left to go. And Champion in control. We'll keep it here. So I told you my serious, heartfelt story about Mark Barakoff. Now I'm going to tell you the silly one, and this is the better one. So Mark, I caught him at the ACCA tournament before Mark was too scared to play in that tournament. I'm in so much trouble when he watches this replay of this. Anyways, I caught him during the quarterfinal game of the ACCA tournament one year. He was listening to everything that I said, and at that time I sat right next to the road coach's bench, so you can't help but listen to me. So he heard everything I said. I could see he was really intently listening, though, more so than coaches who just kind of have to be stuck with listening to the sound of my voice for 2 hours. So next day, I think, all right, I'm going to mess with Mark a little bit here. So come starting lineup time, I decide I'm just gonna butcher his name. So I start reading off the starters, and now for the Randall Saints and head coach Mark Barokov. The look on Mark's face. If he wasn't having the coach in that game, he'd have reached across that table and dragged me onto the floor. I had fun with Coach that day. Driving is Rich, who's into the game. John Rich, over 2 points per ball game. Much needed points. Randall's got to kind of just hang around here. Tigers are stifling defensively here in this first half, leading by 7. And as I mentioned, this is the tempo. This is the kind of game Champion wants. They are playing their game as Norwood attacks and scores to make it a 9-point lead. Oh, nobody back underneath. Easy bucket that time for the Saints. I would say the first all-day defensive miscue for the Tigers. 3:43 remaining. Leggington on the wing. Step back 3. Not great offense there for Champion. One guy holding the ball and jacking up a 3 plays right into the hands of the opponents. Catch and shoot 3 on the far side. That is good. And just like that, Randall cuts it down to a 4-point game. Timeout by the Tigers. 3:23 left to go. 31-27, Champion with the lead. Randall making a push. We'll be back. Final 3 broadcasts coming up within the next 10 days, including our final doubleheader on the 16th. Our next Champion men's game will be on Thursday against nationally ranked NAIA program, Talladega. That should be a fun one. The way Champion's playing right now, I think they can keep pace with just about anybody. Capacey gets it underneath. Scott can't get it to go, and here come the Saints. 5-0 burst after Champion went up 31-22, and another steal. Boy, it'll be interesting. I don't know if we're going to get first half stats, but man, I think Champion's already closing in on 10 steals here in this opening half alone. They average 8.6, but they are just really anticipating those passing lanes for Randall today. Norwood, Leggington, Blakely over to Norwood. Norwood had his pocket picked. Defense for the Saints there, and Brent Clark, I believe that was. So it's a 7-0 run. Just like that for Randall to cut the deficit down to 2. A.J. Williams trying to create something. Open look, Leggington for 3. Can't get it to go. Champion's gotten cold. Randall a chance to tie or take the lead here. That shot was blocked, and it's going to go off Randall, out of bounds. Good defense there by Keyshawn Scott. Boog Lewis coming back into the game for Randall. Nearing 2 minutes to go in this opening half. Tigers trying to end this 7-0 Saints run. Fake by Clark, drives in, attacks and scores. Champion back up by 4. 150 remaining in this opening half. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. That 3 ball is short. Offensive rebound underneath, and the putback is good. Again, it's a 2-point game. Leggington attacking. Yes, got it to go. The scoop. So the offense really picking up for both teams as the half comes to a close here. Top of the key, LeBlanc. Is that a 3 or a 2? It's a 2-point shot, they say, so it remains a 2-point ball game. Yeah, both teams might not want to go to the locker room as they've both started heating up. A.J. Williams just inside a minute. Ball deflected out to Norwood. Scott cutting Williams. He's fouled. I believe both teams in the 1-1 here. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. So timeout on the court. We will step aside and come back here in just a moment. So a quick break in. Yeah, both teams are in the 1-1. I think they wanted to check that with the official score. So A.J. Williams is at the line. Rich will go to the bench. As I mentioned, Malone coming back into the game for Randall. So front end of the 1-1 is good for Hawkins. He'll get another one. A.J. Williams, excuse me, at the line. This is a Saints team that shot a Division II season-high 61% in a game against Mid-American back on November 11th. And buckets, for the most part today, hard to come by for both sides, but the offense has picked up late in this first half. Champion led at one point 31-22. 11-6. Randall closing the gap. Lewis gets it to, or Blanc back to Lewis. Lewis, the step back, can't get it to go, and good box out by Scott for the rebound. And then Champion loses it out of bounds. Mistake there. Shot clock is off for Champion. They might not get it back. We'll see what Randall does here. Oh, correction. The shot clock did not reset, so it's at 20. So the Tigers will get it back as Lewis sets up the offense. Lewis attacks, rejected by Scott, but underneath. Randall able to clean it up. 2-point game, 9 seconds to go here for Champion. It's down to 5. Leggington from the logo can't get it. Heave by Scott, no good. Bodies on the floor. And the first half, a physical first half, comes to a close. And I think Champion players shaken up here at the half as Capacey and Blakely, I think, collided. So the trainers will check on them. Hopefully they'll be able to give it a go in the second half. We will step aside for the half. A tight first half and a good one. Champion 37 over the top team Randall 35. We'll take a halftime break, come back here in just a little bit. Welcome back to Tigers basketball here on YouTube. Chris Sheeman here with you. Champion with a 37-35 lead as we start the second half. It'll be Tigers with the basketball, and looks like we got a false start here. Some good news if you saw the end of the first half. Capacey and Blakely both colliding. They're both back on the bench and looking good, so just shaking up. Hopefully, as we're underway finally in this second half. Boy, what a show these two teams put on defensively in the first half, and it looks like it's going to continue here into the second half as we have seen quite a few turnovers on both sides. Both teams doing a nice job anticipating passing lanes. We did see the offense start to pick up late in that first half as Marshall's off with his three, but the offensive rebound comes back. Now, Lewis for three in the corner can't get it. Marshall has another offensive rebound. His shot block stays with it, so Chambers got the block, but Randall now will set up the offense here. Clark. Ryan way off. And guess who? Marshall saves it again. Fourth try now at it. This time Lewis couldn't get it to go as the shot clock was winding down, so the shot clock didn't reset after the most recent miss, and finally Champion able to get the ball back. Leggington drives right around the defense, can't get the bucket. So team starting cold here in the second half as well. First to 75 maybe wins this one. Attacking was Lewis, couldn't get it. Rebound by Chambers. Into the forecourt, A.J. Williams. Williams hesitates, goes, throws cross court. Norwood for three. It's short, and the rebound controlled by the Saints. Randall on an 8-game winning streak, averaging 96 points per ball game during that stretch. Here's a step-back three, and it's good for Clark. So Randall retakes the lead. It was 31-22. In favor of Champion late in the first half, so this extended run at 16-6 now for Randall, and Chambers, it's off his fingertips out of bounds. So Randall has settled in, retaken the lead. They did have the lead a couple of times at 1 or 2 points in that opening half as well. For the most part, though, Champion has led throughout this game. The three is up. The three is good again. It's Clark. And Randall with its biggest lead of the afternoon now at 4. Norwood into the forecourt. Leggington, A.J. Williams top of the key. With the hand in his face, bucket is good. So Williams connects. Champion's deficit is 2. Clark has had the hot hand in the second half. Heat check. Almost got that one to go. I thought it was going down. Instead, it's a Chambers rebound. Here come the Tigers. Norwood into the forecourt. Haven't heard a lot from Braylon Hawkins. Oh, Chambers with the two-hand jam. His defender went for the steal, and Chambers ties us at 41 apiece. This is Martin on the wing. Cross court, Ryan with the hand in his face. Off the mark on the three, Leggington the board. Quinn Ryan came in 46% from downtown. He's been off today. A.J. Williams can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by the Saints. Clark underneath. The bucket is good for Martin, I believe, and Randall back on top by 2. Did Champion turn the ball over here? Not quite sure what happened. Missed that one. I don't know why we're inbound. Well, Champion thought they had possession, but instead, I think somebody's foot might have been over a line. Marshall out. Or correction, that's Ryan. Here's Martin. Hit the shot to give Randall the lead seconds ago, I should say. Now Clark being aggressive, got it to go. So Saints by 4 again, 45-41. Here comes Norwood into the forecourt. Hawkins attacking again, Leggington, and off the mark, Marshall the board. Jordan Marshall's been relatively quiet today. 4th leading shooter in Division II at 57%. Hands it off. Lewis fell down, and they say he was bumped by Norwood. Norwood doesn't believe it. So we're about 4.5 minutes into the second half, 15:40 on the clock, and Randall has taken control out to a 4-point lead here. Corner 3 off the mark from Lewis. Norwood on the near side. Williams on the wing, takes it top of the key, into the circle, into the lane, had it poked away. 15 on the shot clock for Champion, who will inbound it, trailing by 4. Norwood. Oh, Hawkins had a chance to give it back to him. Instead, scores on the reverse. And a timeout. 13-13 remaining, and Randall's lead cut to 2. We'll be back. Well, folks, if you're looking for professional commentary to add to your live stream, I'd be happy to help. Can add a commentary anywhere in the world that you're playing a game. If you want my commentary on it, there's how you get in touch with me. I am Chris Sheeman, and welcome back. Tiger TV here on YouTube. Champion trailing by 2 after leading most of the first half. Randall's taken as much as a 4-point lead in this second half, a couple different times, in part thanks to that man. That's Brent Clark, who has had the hot hand. Rising in the air, Marshall can't get it to go. Christian Chambers with the rebound. And here come the Tigers. Again, two contrasting styles. High-octane offense for Randall and the slow-it-down pace for Champion. Chambers underneath. Couple of fakes. Flips it up too strong. Hawkins the putback, but they call him for an offensive foul. Braylon Hawkins frustrated as he goes back on defense, and Randall will get the ball back. The top team in Division II, Randall, the Saints at 8-5, 2-2 here on the road, 4-0 in region play. Champion 5-3, 4-0 here at home, and 2-2 in region play. This is Martin, and then we have an illegal screen, it looks like, on Marshall. The officials have been involved at the start of this second half. That foul might have been on Ryan, not Marshall, as Ryan will go to the bench. Williams on the right side. Leggington. Norwood now bounce past the Hawkins. Chambers in the corner. Back to Williams. Williams fakes it, drives in, out to Leggington, who buries the triple. And Champion retakes a 1-point lead, 46-45. Martin rises for 3. Got it to go. Malik Martin, just a 19% three-point shooter, looking real good on that one. 48-46. And away from the ball, we have a foul. Braylon Hawkins was held. 13:32 remaining. This one's got the makings of a nail-biter finish. Hawkins in the corner. Leggington on the wing. Leggington turns on the Jets, throws it up in the lane, and scores. We are tied again. 48 apiece. The offense has been much more fluid on both sides here in this second half. Martin scoops it up short. It hung on the rim. Hawkins the board. Leggington throws it ahead. Driving Williams, cut off, turnaround shot, can't get it to go. Tip for the rebound. Here come the Saints. No, maybe not, although A.J. Williams breaks up the fast break. It will stay with Randall. 12:53 remaining. Kyle Malone in there, I forgot to mention. He came in for Quinn Ryan a couple of moments ago. Lewis top of the key. Malone throws cross court to Martin. Martin with the hand in his face. And bad possession there for the Saints. Good defense, though, by Champion. Tigers looking to push. Chambers the reverse. No, but he's fouled. And Christian Chambers will go to the line. Chambers had 11 in the last game, the win against Arlington, 87-80. Just 2 out of 5 coming into the week from the charity stripe for the freshman from Little Rock. Well, they say he was on the floor, so no free throws. Correct that. It'll be an inbound for Champion, still 22 on the shot clock. Williams on the wing, inbound from Norwood. AJ got a screen, open, got the 3 to go, but I think they're going to wave it off. Offensive foul instead. Illegal screen, most likely. So Hawkins has had a tough afternoon. He's got to go to the bench now as Scott, I think, came in for him. We'll find out for sure once we're back down on the other side of the court. Before the shot, we have a foul underneath, and this one's going on Randall. So the whistles have, the Zebras have tightened the bootstraps on this one. What was a free-flowing game for about 3 minutes at the end of the first half and about 5 minutes at the beginning of the second half has grinded. Leggington from way downtown. That is not a good offensive possession there, and that's the second time that we've seen that. Just one guy holding the ball, jacking a 3 that quickly, contested 3 nonetheless. That 3 ball is up and good. That was Malone burying the triple to put Randall up by 3. Kyle Malone, 37%, good 3-point shooter. Christian Chambers, the reverse, can't get it to go, follows the miss, out to Leggington, fakes the 3, he'll drive in, Leggington throws it up off the rim, followed his miss though, good hustle play there by Leggington. Williams for 3, off the mark, he knew it as soon as he released it. He was trying to guide it. Couldn't get it to go. That ball had to be saved on the far side of your screen there for Randall. Clark will set up the offense, nearing 11 minutes to go. Clark hit a couple 3s earlier to help Randall out to the lead. Champion led for most of the first half. Malone back to him. That triple in the corner, no good. Offensive rebound by the Saints. Top of the key, Malone. That 3 is off the mark by Marshall, I believe. And now that ball last touched by the Saints, they say. Ezekiel Capacey will come in for Leggington. Ten and a half to play, nearing the midway point of this second half. A nail-biter here in Hot Springs. Williams, step back 3, yes! We are tied again at 51 apiece. Martin gets it on the handoff from Coleman. Martin in the lane, can't get it to go, comes right back to him. Martin triple teamed. Marshall barking for the ball. Instead, it goes to the corner, and that three is good for Malone. So Malone back-to-back triples to make it 54-51, 9:53 remaining. We have timeout on the floor. We will step aside and come right back. Randall by 3, 54-51. Chris Sheeman back here with you. 9:53 remaining in the ball game. Been a good one. Both teams hitting some big shots as we ping pong back and forth in this second half. Norwood brings it across midcourt. Capacey in the backcourt. Scott, Chambers, Hawkins. That's the 5 right now for Champion. AJ hit a 3 from the right side, thinking about it from the left side. Instead, backs it out. Shot clock down to 7. AJ got to make something happen. Throws it to Capacey. Corner 3 short. Rebound controlled by Randall. Saints have led by as many as 4. Champion led by 9, 31-22 in the first half. The hot hand has been Clark today in this second half. Marshall driving, rejected. Chambers with another block. Out on the run, Champion, and a foul called. Bucket no good, but 2 free throws to come here for the Tigers and A.J. Williams. Freshman from Dallas, 80% at the line during the regular season so far. Chance to make it a 1-point game now for Williams. What an addition he's been. Champion had so much to replace, so much production to replace, and Hawkins and Williams, the 2 freshmen, have really come in and made an impact, along with several others like Chambers and, of course, the returnees Leggington, Norwood, and Blakely, and others. On the near side, Malone fakes the 3. He's hit 2 in this second half. Martin got it into the corner. 3 ball is short. Martin, another offensive rebound. That ball's going to be kicked out of bounds. Last touch by Capacey, as Clark was looking to go to work. Hawkins is going to come back into the game. Chambers will get a breather. Great defensive game. Christian Chambers, couple of blocks here this afternoon. Martin throws it up, can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Scott for the Tigers. So Champion now chance to retake the lead. As I've said before, this has been a ping-pong kind of second half. And a tight one, 8:20 remaining. Capacey bumped, and Malone frustrated with himself there. A.J. Williams takes it to the far side. Shot clock at 15. Gets a screen, half circle, step back from the free throw line extended is too strong. Here comes Randall. Maintaining a 1-point lead and trying to draw contact. I believe that's Clark who will go to the line. This is a Randall team that is sharing the ball more of late. They've averaged 21.3 assists per ball game in their last 4 games. They have, in their last 4 games, assists on 62% of all of their field goal makes as Clark buries the first free throw. We talked about it during the women's game. What do you look for national championship contenders? And the first thing to look for is their assists per game right around 20 per game on the season? Well, lately, Randall's been playing that kind of team basketball offensively. Part of the reason why they're averaging almost 96 points per ball game during this 8-game winning streak. Bad pass there by Scott. Saints with the steal, leading by 2. In the corner, open look. 3 off the mark by Rich, and the ball's going out of bounds. Last touched by Norwood, who's upset with himself. So John Rich back into the game from California, Palm Springs to be exact. Blakely coming back in. First time in the second half for Marcus as he replaces Norwood for Champion. 7:33 remaining. Inbound goes to Rich. Rich got it to go. He's got that Brandon Ingram type, just tall, lengthy, and athletic. Rich came in averaging just 2 points per ball game, but this is a deep team, and Mark Barakoff plays a lot of guys. Now there's a steal, and on the run out, a one-hand jam gives Randall its biggest lead of the afternoon. 59-53. John Rich has come off the bench and contributed, helping Randall out to a 6-point advantage. We'll take time. So that's the rest of the broadcast schedule, Champion fans. Tuesday women's game, Thursday men's game, and then the doubleheader against Southwestern Adventist. Nearing 7 minutes to go here. Champion facing its biggest deficit of the now evening. Driving Scott, and Scott draws the foul. So Keyshawn Scott goes to the line, 60% free throw shooter. So Champion has led by as many as 9 now. This the biggest lead for the Saints. Jordan Marshall, I believe, coming back into the game for Mark Barakoff. Quiet day for him. They can get out of here with a win without Jordan Marshall giving much production. You'll take that. Gets the rebound, 1 out of 2 at the line for the Tigers. 59-54 in favor of Randall. Rich. Yes, again. Boy, he has had the hot hand off the bench in this second half, and Randall pulling out to an 8-point lead now. This is danger time for Champion. They got to keep composed, keep attacking, keep putting points on the board, hang around. 6:31 is an eternity, of course, but you don't want to let this slip away when you're playing the number 1 team. A.J. Williams sensed that. He's going to the line now as he attacks Good free throw shooter, Williams at 80%. Front end of the 1-1 is good, so Champion getting into the bonus. We mentioned it against Arlington. It really comes down to three-point shooting at times for Champion. In their 3 losses, they're 18 out of 70 from three-point land. That's 26%. In their 5 wins, they're over 40%. So they're plus 15, plus 16 from behind the arc wins the losses. Another bucket for Randall as they continue to increase their lead. This match is the biggest lead for both teams at 9. Capacey in the corner. Hawkins blocked from behind. It comes out to Capacey. So extra possession. Shot clock at 15. Williams hangs, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound again, out to Williams for 3, and it's a big one. Champion needed that. 3 starters getting set to come back into the game for the Tigers. The man of the half, John Rich, rising, airballing that one. Good defense that time for Champion. Hawkins the rebound. Williams hangs in the air, can't get the bounce. Rebound to the Saints. Bounce pass goes to Marshall. What a find. That was beautiful offense, and Marshall benefits as he gets the easy 2. Let's see if we can run that one back again. Pretty offense on both sides of the basketball. We'll take a look at an oldie but goodie, first for the Saints, or excuse me, for the Tigers. There's the step back 3 earlier in the half from A.J. Williams, who makes it look so easy. If you or I tried to do that, we'd be lucky to get the rim. Look at this pass now. The bounce pass, beautifully done. And right now, Randall in control. But again, long way to go. Run the schedule at you one more time as well. Don't forget Tuesday, ladies playing the junior college rival, National Park at 5:30. Men at Talladega. Talladega comes to Champion, I should say, on Thursday. And that will also be at 5:30. So nearing 5 minutes left to go. It's an 8-point ball game. Starters all in now for Champion. John Rich guarding Hawkins out deep. Norwood. Also Leggington, Chambers, and Williams. That's the 5, the starting 5 for the Tigers. AJ draws contact again. This time I think he'll go to the line for 2. Yeah, it is a 2-shot foul. So AJ back at the line. He was 1 for 2 moments ago. Want to hit these free throws now, down by 8 with 4:48 to go. Good on the first one. 6 of the last 8 games for Champion, they've had 15 turnovers or less. I don't know if they're going to keep that streak here today. Randall's the only team to shoot over 45% against Champion all year. Randall really struggled offensively at the beginning of this game. You could see them start to heat up towards the end of the first half. And they've been red hot here in the second half. Still way down their normal scoring average, but looking better here in the second period, out to a 6-point lead. Corner 3, no good. Chambers the rebound. That corner 3, I believe, was by Clark. So Champion, chance to whittle it down some more here. Leggington. Norwood triggers the 3, missed it short. Tip for the rebound. Hawkins tried for it. And it looks like Clark is going to be tripped up. So that foul will go against Champion. So both teams, I think, are in the bonus now. So we're going to walk down the other end and shoot some free throws. Brent Clark, 66% free throw shooter. Now what? I think we might have been wrong. So that must be team foul number 6 on Champion. So instead an inbound. Chance to take some time off the clock, leading by 6 if you're Randall. Marshall on the right. Quick trigger by Clark off on the 3. Ball batted out. Extra possession here as Coleman got the offensive rebound on the deflection. Rich, bounce pass, back to him. Send it back to Rich for 3. Got it again. John Rich has come off the bench. He hadn't hit a three-pointer all year, at least not on the stats that I saw. He has hit 3 in this second half alone. That's what happens when you have so much depth, and now Leggington, it goes off his body out of bounds. Bad turnover there, and not at the right time. This is a young Tigers team, remember that, folks, and playing a veteran, deep Randall team. As I was going to say before that turnover, that's what happens when you have this kind of depth. You never know who's going to give you something on any given night. If you're Mark Barakoff, he plays a lot of guys as Martin is fouled, and this one's starting to get away from Champion. But you ride the hot hand, and John Rich has been the hot hand here in this second half for the Saints. Free throws for Malik Martin, 78% free throw shooter. Are we not at 17 fouls yet? There's still a discussion about this. I guess not. So Martin will inbound it over near enemy territory. Coleman, Marshall. Shot clock is at 9. This is Clark on the far side. Back over to Marshall. Marshall attacks, blocked from behind. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Saints. So a good defensive possession there for Champion. They needed that stop. Now they got to get some buckets going on the other end. A.J. Williams shoots the 3. Yes! Not done yet, folks. 2:35 remaining. It's a 2-possession game. We'll be back in just a moment. So if you're the Tigers, got to get some stops here. 2-possession game, plenty of time. 2:35 remaining. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. It's been a nail-biter for most of this day. Both teams have led by as many as 9. Champion in the first half, then Randall a couple different times here in this second half. And Coleman running the point right now for Mark Barakoff's team. Coleman drives in, poked away by Norwood, but they call a reach. It's been called tight all second half, and now we officially do have free throws for Jeremiah Coleman. He is a 63% free throw shooter, 1-and-1 time now. Some defense for offense subs, shuffling bodies. Randall giving Marshall a quick breather. He'll no doubt be back in the game, even though it's been a quiet afternoon for him. Front end is no good. Leggington the rebound. Here come Champion, down by 6. Leggington right wing gets it off to Williams. Williams wants a screen. Williams scoops it. That one gets away, and it's going to be a, I don't know because we didn't get a shot of it, but it looks like it's going to be a turnover. The officials are going to discuss. We didn't see what happened, obviously. But a bad pass there, and you can't have that at this stage of the game. Martin will inbound it. So Randall with the basketball. Still 2-possession game. Coleman. This is Rich. I called another foul on Champion. Boy, these guys have not let anything go today. And John Rich is fired up. He has played a great second half. More defense for offense as Malik Martin, 78% free throw shooter, goes to the line. Chance to make it a 3-possession game. Front end of 1-1 is good, and it is a 3-possession, 7-point lead now for Randall. Still plenty of time if you're Champion, but it's the difference between a young team and the top team in the country. You see it right here, where you saw the turnover from Champion, a bad pass, and then on the other end, Randall getting points. Those are things you learn from as you grow as a team. Chambers, another bad pass. Exactly what I was talking about. And the highlight play, oh man. We saw a follow-up and a bucket. If you're Mark Barakoff, you are going to be hot about that play. Trying for the showboat play. A chance to put the lid on it. And then Randall is called for the foul, I believe, on the putback attempt. I mean, dunk it, lay it in, just make the easy play. I'm not sure what the call was. It looks like Randall's going to inbound it. No, now we're on the other end, so it was a foul. Did they call a technical foul on that dunk attempt? So there was a free throw shot by A.J. Williams. Now back down this end, it's going to be Champion basketball. I don't know about that one, folks. 7-point game, Tigers with the basketball. Norwood on the far side. And away from the ball, we have a foul called. Correction, timeout taken by Champion. So that possession looking like trouble. Mo Capacey wants to talk about it. We're going to go away as well. Come back here in just a little bit. So Tigers with the basketball. They're down by 7. It's become disjointed again as we've had a lot of whistles here late in this one. But the Tigers not out of it yet. A.J. Williams is going to inbound it here. Randall had a chance to seal the deal. Or Blanc is going to come in for the Saints. And a showboat dunk attempt was missed. And then I believe they called a technical foul as a result of that dunk. That's just me guessing. Without being obviously right on the court, maybe something else was said. Hawkins to Williams. Leggington on the wing, nearing a minute to play, had his pocket picked. Great defense by Clark. Clark carried the ball. Yeah, good call there. Clark knew it too. So the window is being left open here for the Tigers. They got to capitalize offensively, though. 1:04 to go, still 3-possession game. Edwards to inbound it. Correction, it's going to be Williams. A.J. Williams will inbound it. Coleman will guard him. You got to be kidding me. Wake up, camera guy. Unbelievable. No clue what happened. Well, we could tell you that Champion missed, and then they had the foul. So once again, this one looking like it's going to get away from the Tigers. Going to the line now, it's Kyle Malone. And it's a 3-possession game with 45 seconds, no matter what he does here. But if he can extend it out to 3, if you're Champion, then you got to start thinking about 3-point shots. Missed the front end. Again, they were leaving that window open. Leggington attacks, go to the hoop, and can't get it to go. Hawkins can't get it to go either. Follows it again, and he's fouled. Braylon Hawkins, frustrated. But he will go to the line with 36.3 to go. Got the first one to go. Needs these both. Likely we'll see the free throw game here. Randall's got a big game at home against Arlington on Tuesday. Then they go to Arlington on the 19th. And on the 20th, it's a back-to-back in Texas as they will visit Dallas. Christian Chambers is going to come in for Leggington. Hawkins, 74% free throw shooter. Got them both. Champion needed that. Go for a quick steal and a foul here, and the foul is committed. So we'll walk down to the other end of the court with 34.5. Zach LeBlanc, 67% free throw shooter. We'll go to the line. So 1 out of 2 here is still a 2-possession game as he misses the first one. So either way now, Champion, it's a 2-possession game. And boy, Randall has had a lot of opportunities to close the door here today. I think they're going to be frustrated with how this game ended, win, lose, or draw. 6-point game now, 72-66, 34.5 on the clock. More shuffling for the Saints as they go defense for offense and vice versa on every dead ball. Leggington will inbound it. Looking for AJ. Got it. AJ attacks, blocked. Marshall blocked it out of bounds, and is that not Champion ball? I got to tell you, folks, the way the end of this game is being managed, Mo Capacey's making his case, and we're a little late to get the replay on it. I'm going to go back right now and take a look on my end, though. You folks can do this at home as well. Really looked like that shot was blocked. Okay, so we're still at the free throw here. Let me speed it ahead a little bit. But either way, 29.3, basically at this stage of the game, if you're champion, you got to hope for some missed free throws here. One free throw makes it a 7-point game, 3 possession, and you're in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, the shot was definitely blocked. Maybe it went off the rim. Maybe that's what they're saying, that the rim blocked it and Marshall didn't touch it. Looking at the replay that I saw, I don't know. It looked like Marshall had a hand on it after it hit the rim. So I think it was initially blocked by the rim. Either way, doesn't matter what I think. It's Randall basketball, 29.3 to go. Marshall gets the inbound. Champion will try for the trap. Now they got a foul, and Jordan Marshall will go to the line. He's pretty good, folks. 91% at the free throw line. Those are Mark Price numbers at the charity stripe. So Mr. Automatic will try to more or less seal this one for Randall. Again, 3-possession game with 24.2. You're not completely out of it if you're the Tigers, but you're going to need some help. Some bounces need to go your way. So let's see what Jordan Marshall can do. Try to help his cause here. Easy on the first. If Champion's unable to come back, this would be their first home loss of the season. 25 seconds is put, so they added just a little bit more time back on the clock. Now you got to start thinking three-pointers here. AJ's going to jack one up and hit! And this team will not go away. 5-point game, 20 seconds, got to foul quick. They do. So, Boog Lewis goes to the line, 73% free throw shooter. So that's not bad. Only 6 seconds come off the clock in that whole sequence. That's what you want if you're champion. Now, ideally here, if you can get one free throw miss, you're still in a 2-possession game. Yeah, he missed it. So it's a 2-possession game no matter what happens here. I still think you got to think three-pointer here, though. If he makes the 3, you hit a 3, then it's a 3-point game. You still got to think about this as 2-possession game. Now, if he misses this free throw, I say you're okay to go 2, but you still have to think of this, like I said, as a 3-possession game most likely. And with 19 seconds left, yeah, that's enough time if you go as quick as the last possession where they scored, got the foul, all within 6 seconds. Let's see what happens here. Good on that second one. So that was pretty big free throw. Still got to think 3 here. Norwood. Williams pass to Capacey. Can't get it to go. Still alive. 3 ball, no good. Capacey tries for the offensive rebound, and that's going to do it. Marshall will be fouled, but he'll have a chance to put some sprinkles on the Sunday in what will be a Randall Saints victory here this evening. 2.1 seconds left to go as you see A.J. Williams tip his cap to the Randall Saints for a well-played game and a hard-fought victory for Randall here. This #1 team in the country had to work for it. Credit these young Tigers. They might not yet be on the mountain, but they're climbing, and they got all the good camping gear with them. So some more frosting on the cake, and Randall will get out of here winning today by a score of 69, or 77 to 69, excuse me. So the Saints go to 9-5, 3-2 on the road. They stay unbeaten in the Southwest region. They're 5-0. They win their 9th game in a row. For your Tigers, they fall to 5-4, lose their first game at home. They're 4-1 here in Hot Springs and 2-3 in Southwest region play, and that most likely takes them out of a scenario where they can play for a bye or anything. We go out of region this week now, next week I should say. On Tuesday, the ladies take on National Park here at home. We'll have that one for you at 5:30. Thursday, it's the men against nationally ranked NAIA program Talladega. That should be fun. We'll have that one for you Thursday at 5:30. Once again, your final score, it's Randall 77, Champion 69 for everybody here at Champion. My name's Chris Sheeman. Have yourself a great rest of the weekend, everybody.